Good day and welcome. You're watching Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, St. Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police announce weekend traffic changes. The police force is advising motorists to prepare for traffic disruptions this weekend due to two permitted public events taking place across St. Maarten. On Saturday, June 13th, the St. Maarten Flag Day mini parade will begin at 3 p.m. from Walter Plant Square and travel through Front Street, Emma Plain, Back Street, and Wilhelmina Street before ending at Cyrus Watty Square. Temporary traffic interruptions are expected along the route as participants move through Philipsburg. On Sunday, June 14th, the Middle Region and Defiance Community Street Sale will affect traffic in the area beginning at noon, with the event officially starting at 3 p.m. Several roads will be closed, including access points between Sucker Garden Road, Huldah B. Richardson Road, and Middle Region Road. Police are advising drivers to use alternative routes through Bimini Road and Ellis Drive and to follow instructions from officers and event marshals on duty. The police force is also reminding residents to exercise patience, plan ahead, remain vigilant, and report any suspicious. Another fatal crash on Brouwers Road. The police force is investigating another fatal traffic accident on Brouwers Road after a motorcycle rider lost his life early Thursday morning. Police say the crash happened just after 2:30 a.m. on June 11th in the area before the Harold Jack Lookout Point. According to preliminary information, a motor vehicle was traveling downhill toward the Cloytorf roundabout and was reportedly overtaking several vehicles. At the same time, a motorcycle rider was traveling uphill toward Harold Jack. For reasons still under investigation, the vehicle and motorcycle collided head-on, causing fatal injuries to the rider. Emergency personnel provided assistance at the scene, but the victim died from his injuries. The traffic department is continuing its investigation and gathering evidence to determine the exact cause of the collision. Police say they are deeply concerned about the number of serious accidents on St. Martin's roads, with 2 lives lost in separate fatal crashes within 1 week. The police force is urging motorists and motorcyclists to avoid speeding, dangerous overtaking, distracted driving, and reckless behavior. Police launch internal investigation. The police force has launched an internal investigation following a video circulating on social media involving the conduct of a police officer during an incident in Sucker Garden. Police say the incident reportedly took place on Wednesday, June 10th, and that management immediately initiated an internal review after becoming aware of the video. Investigators are now gathering and reviewing digital evidence, including video footage and other relevant information, to establish a clear and objective understanding of what happened. The prosecutor's office has been informed and will continue to receive updates throughout the investigative process. The police force says integrity and public trust remain central to effective policing, and that any allegation involving misconduct by police personnel will be investigated thoroughly and impartially. Police are asking the public to allow the investigative process to continue and say further information will be provided when appropriate.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Martin, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK featured story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
My lord, I heard there's a lot of teams that are coming to Battle of the Fittest this year. And I also heard that the Spanish team is coming back. How can we win? This is madness. Madness? This is Battle of the Fittest! This is where they die! This is where we win! This is war!
From June the 20th to July the 4th, 2026 is the Battle of the Fittest 10 basketball tournament live from the legendary NEWSDESK Sport Auditorium, featuring top teams from across the Caribbean: St. Kitts, Stacia, Dominica, St. Martin, British Virgin Island, Dominican Republic, Curacao, and Aruba. $10,000 up for grabs. This is where legends are made. The Battle of the Fittest 10 basketball tournament from June the 20th to July the 4th at the NEWSDESK Sports Auditorium. Bring your A game because only the strong will survive.
This is war!
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean Radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. Airport pays outstanding safety fees. Finance Minister the Honorable Marinka Gum says the government has received approximately 6.5 million guilders from Princess Juliana International Airport for outstanding passenger safety fees. The payment covers fees collected on behalf of government from 2019 through the first quarter of 2026 and brings the airport company fully up to date with its obligations. Minister Gum says the funds were collected specifically to support civil aviation oversight and safety. Although the planned Civil Aviation Authority has not yet been formally established, those duties are currently being handled by the Department of Civil Aviation under the Ministry of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport, and Telecommunication. The minister says the money will be safeguarded in a dedicated account and reserved for aviation-related purposes until the Civil Aviation Authority becomes operational. She thanked PJIAE and all stakeholders involved, saying the resolution shows responsible financial stewardship and government's commitment to ensuring public funds collected on its behalf are properly transferred, accounted for, and protected. Union warns of hotel jobs crisis. A union representing former employees of the St. Martin Beach Resort in Anse Marcel is warning of what it calls a potential social crisis following the hotel's closure and the loss of more than 120 jobs. The Comité Social et Économique, or CSE, says the situation has worsened since the resort, formerly known as Secrets Hotel, abruptly closed in December 2025. Union representatives claim no firm agreement has been reached with the owners regarding repairs, reopening plans, or the rehiring of staff. According to the union, documents from safety authorities did not require the hotel to close, and employees remain concerned that there is no clear timeline for reopening. The CSE says many workers face an uncertain future once severance and unemployment benefits expire. Union leaders are considering legal action and are calling on authorities to take a more active role in addressing the situation. St. Martin Beach Resort was the second largest employer on the French side with 100% local employees. If it does not reopen, it will join the list of French-side hotels that have closed: La Belle Creole, Flamboyant Hotel, and Mont Vernon. A question mark hangs over the Whimsy Hotel Gallery Collection in Marigot, where renovation work has come to a complete standstill, despite assurances the hotel will open in 2027. Library adds trilingual children's books. The St. Martin Library has added a new collection of children's and youth books donated by visiting author Delno Trump, also known as Denchi. The trilingual collection features stories written in English, Dutch, and Papiamento, highlighting Caribbean culture, identity, imagination, history, and entrepreneurship. Among the new titles is Quingo Flamingo, an adventure story following a flamingo across the Caribbean, and The Goat with the Golden Tooth, a creative tale that introduces young readers to ambition and business ideas. The collection also includes She Helena Taconta, which blends storytelling and poetry around heritage and life lessons, and 1842, Abolition of Slavery, an emancipation story, a historical work centered on resilience, justice, and transformation. During his visit, Trump also engaged young audiences through the library's virtual storytime program in Dutch and English. The library says the books are now available for in-library reading and borrowing, and a follow-up storytelling session will be broadcast live on his Facebook page this Saturday, June 13th.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
We are looking for you to be at this year's St. Maarten Flag Day Parade. Ladies, if you got your flag wear dress, wear it on 13 June. Men, we're not leaving you out. You can come with your red, white, and blue vest as well. Don't have a dress, don't have a vest. Just rep 721 in the colors of red, white, and blue.
So we're going to do it like back in the day, jollification time. Bring your drinks, bring your snacks, and we'll see you there.
13 June, 3 p.m. at the Walter Plant Square. See you there.
The 4th annual Mango Fest is coming up on Sunday, June 28th at Ebenezer Estate, but you have no idea how to get there. No worries, follow me. From the L.B. Scott Road, past the South Reward Catholic Church. Then take the last bridge before you reach the Milton Peters College. Take a right and head to the Ebenezer Estate Playground. Simple! You could either park outside of the venue or park at the Catholic Church and make a short walk to the event. The 4th annual Ebenezer Mango Fest, Sunday, June 28th, starting at 4 p.m. Entrance is free.
Me and you underneath the mango tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Caribbean tourism leaders are honored. In regional news, the Caribbean Tourism Organization has honored several women leaders during its third annual Caribbean Women in Tourism Leadership Awards in New York. Barbados Tourism Marketing Chief Executive Officer Andrea Franklin was named Director of Tourism of the Year, while British Virgin Islands Junior Minister of Tourism and Culture Luce Hard-Smith received the Minister of Tourism of the Year award. The event, held during Caribbean Week in New York, recognized women for visionary leadership, destination growth, regional tourism development, and their role in inspiring the next generation of women in the industry. The Caribbean Tourism Organization also presented a Distinguished Service Award to Dr. Linda Indar of the Caribbean Public Health Agency for her work in safer and more sustainable tourism. Several women were also inducted into the Caribbean Women in Tourism Leadership Hall of Fame, including St. Martin's Valerie Damazo. The evening also launched a new scholarship fund to support young women from the Caribbean pursuing tourism careers, raising $13,000 through a live fundraising action.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Martin. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
A new proposal is calling for major changes to how scooters are registered, insured, identified, and operated on St. Martin's roads. The proposal comes from risk analyst Terence Yandrup, following a series of fatal scooter accidents, serious collisions, and growing public concern about hit-and-run incidents. His argument is simple: scooters have become an important and affordable form of transportation, but the regulatory system has not kept pace with their growing presence on the road. The plan draws inspiration from elements of Colombia's motorcycle regulations, while attempting to adapt them to St. Martin's much smaller road network and local realities. Under the proposal, every scooter using a public road would need an official government-issued number plate, valid third-party liability insurance, and a current roadworthiness certificate from an approved inspection body. Those requirements would create a clearer chain of responsibility. At present, when an unregistered scooter is involved in a collision, traffic violation, or hit and run, identifying the rider or legal owner can be difficult. That leaves victims with limited options and allows some offenders to disappear without accountability. The most distinctive part of the proposal is a requirement for scooter riders to wear a reflective safety jacket displaying the same registration number as the scooter. The idea is that police officers, witnesses, Traffic cameras and accident victims would be able to identify the rider more easily, even if the number plate is difficult to see. Supporters may see this as a practical tool against hit-and-run incidents. But critics may question whether requiring riders to wear registration numbers on their clothing goes too far, particularly when it comes to privacy, cost, and enforcement. The proposal also calls for certified helmets, mandatory insurance, regular inspections, and stronger penalties for anyone operating outside the legal framework. Suggested penalties include fines equal to as much as 6 minimum wages, scooter impoundment, and a requirement to prove compliance before the vehicle is returned. That would be a major shift, and enforcement would have to be fair, consistent, and realistic. Many scooter riders use them because they cannot afford a car. If registration, insurance, inspection, helmets, and specialized jackets are introduced all at once, lower-income workers would face a heavy financial burden. Yandilup therefore recommends a phased implementation period, along with possible subsidies for helmets, inspections, and registration costs. That may be essential if the goal is safer roads rather than simply removing poorer riders from them. The proposal also makes clear that hit-and-run accountability should not focus only on scooters. Drivers of cars, trucks, commercial vehicles, and motorcycles who leave the scene of an accident involving injury or death should also face stronger penalties. Those could include license suspension, vehicle impoundment, major fines, and criminal prosecution. That broader point matters. Road safety cannot become a campaign against one group of users. Scooter riders have responsibilities, but so do motorists, rental companies, insurers, road authorities, and law enforcement. Safer scooters will not solve poor lighting, damaged roads, speeding, reckless overtaking, distracted driving, potholes, or weak enforcement. Still, the proposal puts an important issue on the table. How does St. Maarten balance affordability and freedom of movement with accountability and public safety? Any final policy would require legal review, consultation, proper enforcement capacity, and a realistic transition period. But after too many serious collisions and too many families left without answers, doing nothing is also a decision. The goal, as the proposal states, is fewer funerals, fewer grieving families, and safer roads for everyone. The question now is whether St. Maarten is prepared to regulate scooters more seriously without making the system unfair to the people who depend on them the most.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Maarten.